Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? We're on Sample Challenge Reviews after show 197. And like, you know, we don't got everybody here, but we got who we could get here. Starting it off, we got last week's winner, my brother Artifex. You know what I'm saying? And we got a top 4. We hit 40 beats. You know what I mean? So we got a top 4, and plus Rocco and Nikki's picks. And you know what I mean? And let's begin. And let's hit it. Let's start it off with number 4. Who was number 4, Tudor?
Michael Meehan.
Michael Meehan, which is right here. Let me play Michael Meehan's beat. Remember we was doing that last week. Why is it not letting me? All right, hold on. Michael Meehan, aka Malphador. He's in here. Where's this beat at? Here we go. Hold on, I gotta share my sound. Play a minute of it. Let's go. Here's the beat. Hope that's not too loud, Steve. All right, so that's 1 minute. Michael Meehan. I know Malphador. Would you have Malphador or Michael Meehan?
Either or is fine. Malphador's fine.
So Tudor, what made you pick that beat as 4th place?
Just sort of like the energy that it had. Yeah, it's catchy. Good use of the sample. The drums are good. Yeah, it just stuck out really.
Thanks.
And Mike, I hope we asked you before, Mike. Let them know where you're from, man.
Yeah, Guilford, Connecticut now.
Connecticut.
Yeah, CT 203-860.
And let them know you've been how long you been making beats?
I've been making beats for about 4 years now.
Here comes the food.
Sorry, hold on a second.
All right. So you said 4 years? Only 4 years? You've been making
yeah, about 4 years. I mean, I bought a 2000 XL back in the day, but I dibbled and dabbled. I DJ'd for the most part. And then I really got into making beats like nonstop about 4 years ago, about that.
So you like Tudor, you be with the scratches and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah, he clearly practices. He's a lot better than I am, but yeah, I have some skills.
You've been and you use a 2000 XL.
I got the 2000 XL, but I do everything on the Ren. A lot of times I'll take the audio and I'll speed it up at like 45 RPM, and then I'll record it into the XL, and then stretch it back down to the normal speed, and then just work with that on the Ren because I like the sound that it brings.
All right, so Tudor, who's your number 3?
Who was it? Was it Grit? Was my number 3?
Oh, hold on.
I think it was.
I don't believe he's in here. Hold on. Grit.
Yeah.
He told me he cannot make it. Let me play a little bit of his beat.
Life in the game, the streets is Mortal Kombat. Holding it down without a doubt. Bloodsport.
All right. So what was Grit wasn't able to come in. Grit is not actually on Facebook. I think he kind of got to us through Instagram. He told me he wasn't able to. He'll do it in the future. What was the reasons why you picked Grit?
Just really catchy. I just really liked how he used the sample, pitched it up, and found a load of chops that all went together really well. The drums were simple, but that's sort of all it needed. The vocals, yeah, just
All right,
really
so
catchy.
I don't know where he's from. You know what I mean? But I mean, we'll figure out. Shout out to Grit, second place Grit. And number 2, which I already know.
You're gonna have to remind me, mate. I can't remember. I can remember number 1.
All right, hold on. Me number 2. Here's number 2. I'll go first. All right, DJ McAfee.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been in with us earlier, and let them know again where you're from.
I'm from University Park, Illinois. That's a south suburb of Chicago. I'm currently living in Southwest Michigan, Stevensville.
All right, and how long you been making beats again?
I started with FL Studio about 2010, and then I've been Native Instruments machine user for the past 5-6 years.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome number 2, winning 2.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. I've gotten like 4 number 2 placements thus far, and I'm very happy about that because y'all some real heavy hitting producers. I enjoy the platform, and I'm glad that I could actually I'm glad I'm able to actually place among you all. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Twitter, what was the reasons?
I just love the sound that he gets out of samples and the drums. Sort of the drums are always punchy, but don't stand out too much from it. The use of the samples and sort of subtle bits coming in. I like his sound basically. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to number 1.
Thank you.
Ed McAfee, man, it's good to see you back here too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I take small breaks. I was working on Liquid Swords to beat that.
Check it out. Winner beat. But y'all talk while the beats play because there's another film at the way, which is Martello. He's from Portugal. He's out right now. He's like out in like a bar where you're not gonna be able to hear him if he talks. So he wasn't able to come on the show. All right. Shout out to Martello for winning this week. What was the reason for Martello?
Just sort of the neatness of it, how it all sits together, the little chops he picked out, the drums. Yeah, just catchy and always changing throughout the song. Little chops coming in that hadn't been there before. Yeah, just clever production.
So let's go. Hold on, just do this quick. Let's go to Nikki's pick. This is this week's last week's winner.
Got to be over.
They had an ill fucking bounce. Shout out to Nikki. Nikki wanted to make sure that she did the pick. I don't know. He's like, I'm picking Artifex. Like, he's last week's pick. He's like, I don't care. I'm picking Artifex. I'm like, all right, cool then. All right. Shout out to Nikki for being here this week.
It's got to be.
I like the mix on this thing is real dope, bro. That kick in. All right. And then we're going to go to Rocco's pick, which he said it when he said it on the thing. He gave him a 10, so it's obvious. You know what I mean? And so, City, man, I know you've been in a few of these. I mean, I know you always got to tell people you're doing something. What's going on, Soul City?
Right now I'm fighting traffic, and I shouldn't even be out here because fuck this job anyways. But I actually made that during work, which was like a couple hours ago.
That's how, yeah, because you could get in after the thing. Because what happened was, Artifex gives me his numbers like early and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he did a 4 just in case and shit. And shout out to who's the last one that got in? Shout out to the Fingers, because the Fingers got Mike Meehan in the top 4 and shit, because it almost didn't get a top 4 and shit. You know what I'm saying? To put it in there, which comes to my pick this week, which I'm gonna tell you, like, this producer's fucking dope. And I mean, it's the last person that's in here that where's the right here. I like the way you did that, man. I know it's obvious, but I like the way you put it. It's sitting there perfect. I like the way it fits in there. So he can't talk right now. He's in here. Those Steez Nutz is in here. We finally get to see him. Which I'm a fan. I like Steez. You're dope, bro. I'm a fan of you, man. Of your beats, for real. And he said what he uses is the machine in Ableton for chopping, and then He uses the FL Studio for flipping and finish the beat all together. And he is from Belgium. And he's been making beats for a little over 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to you, Steez, man. You're dope, bro. You know what I mean? I think all y'all are dope. You know what I mean? And everybody watching, I think if y'all just getting in the Producers Corner Sample Challenges, you're dope. You know what I mean? Because you're jumping in to a situation that it's not easy and shit. You know, you guys know it's like you're not gonna come in here and just blow producers out the way. I mean, unless you're Soul City. No, I'm just kidding. Soul City thrives and lives on battling. So like he battles for a living when he's not working. Like that's what you got getting. And we was talking on the Zoom the other day. If Soul City's battling you, all the beats he plays, no one's never heard before. He won't use nothing from before ever again and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
nah, man, I gotta keep the surprise factor on my side. So.
Yeah, posted them. Yeah, but shout out to all y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. I know we have 40 producers this week, and like I said, I did the one song. If you see when I put in the sample challenges, I've outvoted everybody with people want one song more than albums and playlists, which I don't understand. But you know what I mean? But let's see what happens this week. We'll see how much numbers we get. You know what I mean? Because if it's the same amount of numbers, it's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I mean? I think you get at least 3 songs. You at least get different choices to fuck with because you might not like that song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
our first sample challenge.
People to be creative. It'll push
Yeah,
people.
I mean, and you know, you can't do the obvious shit when it's one song. Right. You got to be real strategic with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like.
Right.
At least you've.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
You said
what? That's a 3/4 time signature, so people can't really loop it up like a sort of 4/4 beat, can they?
Yeah, you can't. You can't because it's only 4 minutes that possibly 60, 70 people is gonna use. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? And you're not gonna be able to like get away with not using it. You know that song. I'm like, no, that's not in that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I know people because when you guys are all in it, you're understanding the whole thing. You know what I mean? I'm a skimmer. Like I'm like, oh, I like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, and I'll freak it how I freak it. You know what I mean? But everybody's approach is totally different. That's what's so dope about this whole circle because we don't know the way each other thinks because a lot of us don't even know who each other is until we started doing the Producer's Corner. You know what I mean? Now everybody knows. And Soul City's actually been in the first sample challenge. He was in our first one. He's been with us since day one and shit. You know what I mean? When our first sample challenge was an album. You know what I'm saying? That's how we started it. And then we started doing the song and shit. And, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna let you brothers all get back to what you're doing. And I'm gonna take one more time to say I appreciate all y'all for staying with us and continuing to stay with us. You know what I mean? No matter what's going on. I also understand I believe the numbers because this COVID shit ain't like it was last year. People are actually able to go do things. So meaning that they're not home doing a sample challenge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that, you know, families, school was out last year. I mean, last week school was out. So, I mean.
They got the Euro 2020, 21, whatever it is on as well.
What we want to do is what we were supposed to plan originally to go to France, to Paris. We want to plan that in the future when this shit is all better. You know what I mean? I don't know how far it's from you, Tutor. I don't know if it's the same distance that I am and shit. Like, I don't know, like
600 miles, something like that.
Okay. All right. So it's really not that far, right? You could fly there in a couple hours, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
All right, so if I go, you're gonna go, right? I'm gonna see you at the Paris one, right? Like, I don't. Steez Nutz, man, Belgium. Steez, where you at? You said it, right? You're in Belgium, right? So that's in Europe. You're probably like 2-3 hours flight to there too, right? So I want to see all y'all. A lot of y'all. A lot of Norway people said, shout out to Norway. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm gonna let you brothers go back to do what y'all doing. Salute to all y'all. Hopefully I see y'all next week in the after show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all up to Martello. He's gonna be happy when he finds out he's gotta be the judge. Because I know you guys will win. You guys like when Soul City wins, are like, man, I don't want to fucking judge again. But love is love, y'all, brothers. Have a good one. All right.
You too.
All right, take it easy.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Peace. Love is
Yes,
love.
sir.
Don't forget that.